Understanding a video game's player base and the communities that are built around them is fundamentally important for any of today's video game developers. As stated in my first video, I had a project plan of looking at the communities around World of Warcraft and the recently released World of Warcraft Classic. More importantly, I was looking at the divide that was evidently growing within the fandom between fans of current World of Warcraft and those of Classic. This was evident in the beta tests of Classic, as well as the days leading up to launch.
Yeah. I was one of those people that came up with I was one of the naysayers of Classic WoW. You know, I'm a big arena player, so obviously Classic WoW doesn't have arena. I used to play this game way back in the day, and I really just felt like people are just, like, it's all nostalgia, you know what I mean? People are just experiencing nostalgia. Everyone is longing for what they had in the past, and it's not actually as good as people think. And I was wrong. It really is as good as people think, and there's a reason why I fell in love with this game. And after 12 hours of playing today, I forced myself to take a break.
The mentality of today's players, you know, seeping into Classic, it's inevitable. It's going to happen, but if you're part of a guild, then you don't have to deal with that shit, you know?
My beta stage of this project primarily consisted of gathering certain information, namely through digital ethnography, or in other words, the observation of behaviours and opinions, specifically of creator live streams and YouTube videos, as well as Twitter and Reddit threads. Reddit being a great source of feedback not only on my community case study, but also for my project as a whole, with some people offering great help with their own sources or research, or something as simple as editing tips for future videos. I can't thank you all enough for contributing in your own way. Avoiding being biased was my main concern, so I sat down with one of my head lecturers that this project is for. We spent a good chunk of time defining an analytical framework for me to look at Classic WoW and its community in the most objective way possible. This framework consisted of three major points. First was Classic WoW's technical strata, how the game functions and looks from a technical perspective. Secondly was a political economic perspective, which involves data such as the choices Blizzard made on an economic level and the social implications and events that caused their choices. And thirdly was, probably unsurprisingly, an in-depth take on nostalgia and the emotional, social effects that Classic WoW has. All this being compared to retail WoW and its differences, all in the hopes of understanding the different communities that have grown within the franchise. Analysing World of Warcraft in this way, a game that I have so much passion for, it means a great deal to me. I wanted to give this passion project of mine and the communities that I'm commenting on the respect it and they deserve. As player bases go, the WoW fandom is amongst the most passionate and vocal. If you're interested in a more detailed take on my current process of this project, I encourage you to check out the blog link in the description. There I unpack the framework that I'm using a bit more to look at Classic WoW and its fans with a few examples and sources that I've been using. So yeah, with that, I'll say thanks for watching and stay tuned.